Hey, what's up guys? It's NashCrafter and welcome to my channel. Today we're back with another decidedly vanilla episode. Welcome back guys. I am so excited about today's episode. I know I say I'm so excited at the beginning of every single episode, but that's genuinely because I usually am. But today, I'm especially excited because we're going to be working on our starter house, my starter house for my brand new base. As you guys might know if you've seen the past episodes, we have our little smuggler's cave, which is kind of like a starter house, sort of, but it is in a cave, and I'm excited to be moving over here into our actual base location and putting together a starter house that is kind of more of a legit house, not exactly a cave type of situation. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's flip around, let's hop in. Now, I've got some plans, and I've already got my blocks ready, so we're just going to go. We're going to get into this today. This is going to be kind of the stepping stone into, you know, this building project and this city and everything that we're going to be doing here. So we do have the conduit power, which is great. So now I just have to figure out how and where I want to put this thing. So I'm thinking, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe here? So that'll be our first block down. And we'll bring this out a little bit, of course. And I think we'll go out by 5 with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And actually maybe popping it into the rock a little bit, counting that as 5. Then maybe taking this first one off is what I want to do, I think. So basically this is going to be our first steampunk house. It's not going to be the full house. It's just going to be kind of the bottom part. And as you can tell, we're building it underwater. So a big part of this town is that a lot of it is going to be underwater. There's basically going to be a whole civilization that kind of lives underwater here. So let's see. Let's come up here. I think I'm swimming. I can't really, sometimes I can't tell if I'm swimming or if I'm just glitching into blocks. I don't even know. It's kind of weird. But let's see here. Let's back it up. We want this to go over by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be a very small house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So this is basically just our little layout. This is going to be the floor. So then we're going to pop this up by maybe 3, just like so. And possibly even go up by 1 more depending on how tall we really want this to be. I'm just trying to get a size comparison to this cliff. So this is kind of a cliffside house, which is interesting. So it's going to be kind of an underwater cliffside steampunk, and that's what this whole area is basically going to be, because we have these huge cliffs right here. We definitely want to do some cliffside things, but also it is very steampunk, so we're going to have more steampunk builds kind of scattered around over the water as well as under the water. So it's going to be a big mash of all 3 of those different things. So let's see, how do I want to do this? I think I want to go up by 1 more just to give us a little bit more space on the inside. So we'll do something like that. That'll be pretty good. Then coming to the back and just meeting this up with the wall again. And what I'm really excited about this house, the thing I'm most excited for about this house is that we'll actually have a place to put our stuff, because right now it's all just kind of hanging out on the shore. It doesn't really look that great with it just kind of being there. So it'll be good to actually have a place to put all of our stuff. So we're going to have to think about how we want to get rid of the water sources in the center, because as of right now, there's water all around this thing, and we want to be able to live in here without having water. So what I'm thinking is we put the flooring down, and then we'll fill this with sand, and then also we want to get the roof layout kind of figured out, I guess you could say. So let me do the roof first. We're going to kind of create a skeleton, which is what I normally like to do when I kind of work on projects like this. So let's grab a few more stairs, and then let's just get a roof skeleton down. So coming on the side as normal, we're going to pop that out. And I really, really wish I had Depth Strider. I think at the end of the last episode, I said that I was going to try to get Silk Touch and Depth Strider, but I didn't end up doing that because my levels are just super low. I'm going to have to find a farm that I can AFK at, or I'm going to have to create a farm that I can AFK at. So we'll figure that out. I know there are a couple farms on the server, but they're mainly at other people's bases, and sometimes it feels a little weird going over and you know, playing with someone's stuff, or like, you know, messing around with something that they might have worked really hard on, because I don't know, you don't want to break it and stuff. So that's kind of the fear that I've had, but I'm sure it would be fine. Okay, let's get a couple more here. I've got quite a bit of stone smelting. Hello? Is there a stair there? Hello? Okay, I think I broke it. Okay, there we go. That was so weird. I thought about playing with the roof shape for this house, but I decided to go traditional steampunk with the roof for this one because this is kind of a stepping stone build. This is just getting us prepared for kind of the other builds, setting up a block palette, things like that. So I decided to go really simple with this build. But as we go on with this city and as we start creating more builds, the builds are going to start to get a lot more complex, and you guys will see as we go. So that's going to be the roof situation, and it's going to look a little weird because this is going to be popping out of the ground, or popping out of the water. So all you're going to see is this like weird roof popping out, but when you're actually in the city underneath, it's going to make a lot more sense. And if you guys are familiar with steampunk, a big kind of staple when it comes to building in steampunk is building houses on top of houses. So we're also going to be playing with that. So all these roofs that are poking out above, kind of above the water, are actually going to have houses on top of them. So then let's just keep coming over, going with stone brick on both of the sides, making myself up some stairs here just so I can have some extra. Don't really know how much I'm going to need, so I'm trying not to make extra of stuff that I'm not fully going to use, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to make 1,000,000 stone brick stairs when I'm not going to use 1,000,000 stone brick stairs. It's kind of an exaggeration, a definite exaggeration, but you guys get the point. I keep going back to the crafting table because I do want to make sure that I'm not overly, I guess, over making something that I don't need. So there we go. We'll do that. And then coming out the front here, we're going to bob up and down. There we go. We'll kind of stick that little front bit out. I think that'll look pretty cool. And then we can go in and start adding in the walls. And then after that, we'll go in and add the sand. So this is going to be a pretty small, pretty quick build. Since it is a starter house, these are normally usually really easy to do. So let's see. Let's go there and there. Continuing that one up. And also continuing this one up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up the roof. The roof is going to be mainly spruce and stone brick for now. Like I said, we're starting very simple. I might play around with interesting colors a little bit later once we kind of get more into this city. Do I have... Okay, I have some spruce stairs. So let's go and place these down and just double check, make sure this is what we want to do. I'm pretty sure this is what I want to do. And how cool is this? Check out this waterlogged blocks now. If we would have done this in a previous version of Minecraft, that would have looked super strange. The water wouldn't have come over the lip of the stairs. It would have looked really weird. Like there would have been this like line around the stair. So it's really cool that we can actually kind of make things look like they're actually peeking out of the water and submerged in the water. I'm so excited about that feature. So coming in, popping the blocks in on the roof. This stuff is pretty simple. We're just kind of coming across just like so, and then we'll go in and add these stair blocks. So kind of hopping and jumping, moving and shifting. There we go, and there's one, and there's one. Okay, there we go. So the roof is pretty much done. You guys have probably noticed that I've left this back part out, and that's for a specific reason. I don't exactly know how far I want this to come into the mountain or the little shore here, so I'm gonna leave that be for right now, and we're gonna kind of play with that later. But let's go in and add our blue concrete and our cyan wool. Now, this is sort of the color palette that I've decided to go with for these builds in specific for this area, and I'm just going to alternate between the wool and the concrete because we've got a kind of rough texture with the wool, and then we've got this nice flush texture with the concrete. I think it looks pretty good. Now I'm actually not going to put these here because I want to put windows in this little part, and we're slowly breaking this. Okay, I think I should be able to stand on top of this one. Yeah, that's good. And seriously, having the conduit is making this building process a lot easier, I have to say. So let's do over here. And see, I think that looks pretty cool. It matches and it just gives it some different texture, and I think it's nice. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me what you think. So there we go. That is kind of what the walls are going to look like. I think that color looks nice with the spruce. And I'm also thinking... Well, I guess this would be a good point to ask you guys, what do you think? What other color do you think would look good with blue? Because right now I'm thinking purples. Purples and pinks always look good with blue. But orange might also look good with blue. So I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you think on that one. I need all the help I can get with the decoration tips for this area, so let me know. So it's coming together. I'm going to go in and add some spruce stairs for the windows. We're just going to pop one in there, pop one in there, and then we're going to go normal stair, just like so, and that is where our little windows are going to go. And then on this other side, we are also going to have a door here. Well, sort of. You guys will see in just a second. And then I think I also want to have a window on this side and potentially on the other side as well. So there is going to be our window. Let's grab those blocks up, and that's looking pretty good. So it's very, very small. If you guys were expecting, you know, something big and grand, that's not what we're going for today's video. We're going very small. Next thing we're going to do is, I was going to put in the sand, but we have to actually go in with the floor first. I was thinking oak, just to make things a little different. We're going to go with oak, and I'll kind of vary this up in just a second, kind of roughen it up with different textures. I don't want to completely use spruce for every single thing in this area. Let me grab out my shears actually, so that we can preserve those and keep those. And also let's grab these ones up too. I don't want to use spruce for everything because I feel like that might be a little, I don't know, it just might be a little repetitive and kind of not very interesting if I do that. So I do want to kind of play with other textures while we're doing this. And then we have holes in the windows, so what I might do is just, how do I want to do this? This is so weird because you have to think about, since I don't have sponges, I gotta think about the long way of draining this whole situation here. But what I'm gonna do for the door is, well, we have two options. We could use a regular door, but tell me what you guys think of this. This really irks me a little bit, that we have this really weird water, like flowing water texture, and I can't waterlog that to make that go away, so it's just kind of like that. It just does it, but it pretty much does it with anything that you can actually go through. I tried using trap doors as maybe a way to get into the house, but that didn't really work. And then another thing that I thought of, if I could break this door, there we go, is I thought about using signs, so we could just slip past the sign. Not like that. We have this sign, but once we drain this, you guys will see that it gives the same exact effect as the door. Like right now you can't really tell, but if we actually drain this out, I think it'll show it. So what I'm going to do really quickly is I am going to fill this in with sand, because this is how we're going to get rid of all of those water sources. So just like this, we just have to go all the way up until we've filled in every single one. And here's kind of our top last layer. So this is, oh, I don't have enough sand. No. Okay, here. We'll kind of pop up here. Okay, that might get us what we need. So we just want to fill in every little place that there's water. I need one more piece of sand. That is so ridiculous. What? Okay, let me see if I can find one up here. Dirt will work, actually. We'll just take this dirt. Okay. There we go. And then we'll pop back down in here, bloop, 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 and boom. There's the last piece. Good to go. Okay, so we are going to, now we have to take everything back out that we just did. So we gotta make sure we get every single source, or there will be little bits of water in here. So we'll do something like this, just breaking all of this. You guys will see there's absolutely no water in here, which is good. And there we go. We officially have a little house that is technically half in the water. So we're still underwater, but we can fully breathe in here. So that's pretty cool. Now we definitely have to clear out more of this space, and this gives me the ability to mine a little bit easier because we're not technically underwater, which is good. Let me fill in that little spot here. So now I'm just trying to figure out how big I would like the room to be. And we also have to put the glass panes in here so we can actually see out into the ocean world. So I got my cyan stained glass pane, and this is what we're going to use for the actual windows. Now again, these are kind of weird. With the whole waterlogging situation, it's kind of, I'm having a love-hate relationship with the waterlog stuff. I think it's really cool. But at the same time too, sometimes it looks a little weird. Like, see how we have this kind of swooshing effect on the block? I really don't like that, and I wish there was a way to fix it. But see, watch, check this out. So it still got that kind of swooshiness there. Oh no, oh no. I was just trying to make myself a bucket, and these phantoms are haunting me. Okay, he's gone. I think we're okay. Okay, they seem to be gone. I forgot that I haven't slept in a while, so I kind of saw them hovering over my head, and I was like, oh no, this is a bad situation. But I was trying to make myself a bucket really sneakily in between clips, because I figured out a way that you can actually sort of fix the waterlogness, but it doesn't completely fix it, which again this is kind of the reason why it irks me a little bit, or makes me a little like, ugh. And that's because it gets rid of that like flowing texture. So watch. If I go like this, it gets rid of the flowing texture, which is great, but it floods your house. So yeah, that's a problem. So you either have to kind of deal with it, or another thing that I found too that you can actually do is if you put a sign over the window, just like that, you come onto the outside, you can waterlog that, and that sign will prevent it from kind of going through, if that makes sense. But you can't look out the window anymore, which kind of stinks. I don't know. It's like, it's just a love-hate relationship between that. I think I'll end up just doing it for now so that it looks better on the outside, because I would rather have the aesthetics look good from the outside. It's not really a big deal if they don't look good from the inside. So there we go. Oh my gosh, there's a drowned. I wish he had a trident, but then again not, because he could probably wreck my face with the trident, so we don't really want that. Let's head back up. Whoa, that's weird. That looks so strange. Okay, can I like fill this back in? I'm gonna have to fix this, guys. It's gonna bother me for a lifetime. Over here, there we go. So that should kill that source. So yeah, the waterlog situation is a little weird. I really wish that flowing texture wasn't there. I don't mean to complain a lot, because I know that this update is amazing and stuff like that. But there's just a couple things that I really wish we could fix. But let's just kind of add some supports down here. We want to go with that steampunk theme, so adding supports to the bottom is always very steampunky. And then we'll place one last one in down there. And that's looking pretty good. So we've got a little steampunk support that is holding this up on the side of the cliff. And basically what I was kind of thinking for the lore of this area is that there used to be a city here. And then this water kind of came in and just covered it. Like they just had this big flood. And it covered all the way up to here on these houses. And instead of moving, basically what the town thought to do was to just build on top of what they already had. So they thought, you know what, we're advanced enough. We have enough technology to just keep building houses on top of the houses that were flooded. And we have the technology to actually live in these houses, being the conduits. So basically they decided to make this underwater civilization, but also have an above water type area. So that was kind of the base of what started this place, basically, is that they kind of did have this like flood that happened. And then instead of just saying, hey, let's move, let's go somewhere else, they were like, you know what, we could just build on top of the city that we already have. We can also even live in the houses that were already there. We just have to have the technology in order to do that. So they decided to make the conduits. Now I'm thinking I want to decorate this place up a little bit. I want there to be a wall in here. And don't worry, we're going to patch that up in just a second. I'm just trying to figure out how big I want the interior to be before we do that, because that's something we definitely have to sort out. So then this is going to be a wall, kind of separating the house. I think we'll have a doorway right here. And then sort of in the center, maybe what we could do is we could use some stripped logs just to kind of break up the textures and not use so much blue in here. So what I'm thinking is we could just come through and use some spruce strip logs like that. So that looks kind of nice. I don't know. I like the two textures next to each other. Coming back here and adding in some more oak wood. Maybe what we could do here, since this kind of attaches to the ceiling even, we could come and make this go up, and that'll connect up to the ceiling, and we'll kind of push the roof back a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, there we go. So I got the roof done. This is what it's looking like from far away. It looks pretty good. It's very simple. Very, very simple. Nothing too crazy going on with this one, but I think it's going to do the trick, and I really like this effect. You guys might think it's a little weird that this house is literally half underwater, half out of the water, but if we kind of take a peek down and kind of bob down, this is what it looks like. I think it's pretty sweet. Like, it's actually really, really cool. I was just poking out of the side of this cliff and it's underwater. I don't know, and it's got stilts. It's just really cool. I enjoy it. I like the build. But next thing we gotta do, last and final thing, is we're gonna terraform kind of around the edges, make it look really, really nice down there. So it kind of fits in with the city theme. And then we're also gonna go in and do the inside. And I actually think I might do this off camera because I did most of this build with you guys on camera. So this is gonna be the technical part where I kind of have to figure out what I'm doing and how I want everything to be. So give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back with you and we'll kind of walk through everything and I'll show you guys the finished product. Welcome back, guys. So it's been a little while since I left you. I've just been getting everything squared away, just checking my inventory to make sure I have everything. The chests are gone. You guys can see the chests are finally gone. It feels really good to have everything moved into the new house. And this is our little guy from the outside. From this viewpoint, it doesn't look like anything. But once we go under, let's actually kind of take a swim here and see if we can go out this way. I'm also going to turn on my F1 because it's a little bit better for you guys to see. But let's swim around and take a look at our little house. Look at it, so cute. And it fits perfectly in that spot. I went and I added some seagrass. I added some kelp under there too, and then just this little walkway that kind of acts as a way to get up into the house. You can basically just swim into it. Having that entrance makes it seem like it's a real place and that it was already there before it was underneath the water, which I think is cool. We got a little window. I added some trap doors. I added a little kind of flower bed, which is really cool that we can do. I do plan on going and adding some, what's it called? The coral fans, or the little coral thingies that stick up. They look like coral flowers, kind of. I plan on adding one in the center there, but I think I need to get Silk Touch for that, so that's gonna, take me a little while to do. But I really like this. I tried to terraform the underneath of the house just to give it some more texture. You guys can see kind of over here with the cobble and the sand and the kelp and the seagrass and things like that. So now once we actually go into the house, we can kind of swim our way in and we can breathe in here. And this is my little interior, so it's very tight, very small, but I like that for interiors. I feel like it makes it feel more cozy. So we've got that down, and then this is just my little kind of smelting area slash crafting area. I have an armor stand here, got a little painting on the wall, and then my enchanted armor from all of the abandoned shipwrecks that I found is just chilling right here. And then this is the back bedroom. So this is where my new bedroom is. Just got a little chest up here. This has all my valuables in it. And then some paintings as well. And then this is where I'm keeping all my storage for now. It's really nothing big. Of course, as we get more stuff, we're going to need a lot bigger of an area to kind of work things out. With that being said, this is the little house. It was just a quick little somewhat steampunk underwater starter house. So I hope you guys like it. We will be adding to this. This is going to get more steampunk, trust me. Right now, I honestly wouldn't even say that it looks all that steampunk. It's just kind of a normal little cliffside house at this point. But I hope you guys really like this. I hope you thought this was really cute and pretty cool. Of course, we're going to continue on with other things in the future, but this is my little starter house. And I think what we'll do is we'll just finish off the episode right down here. So that is going to have to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome. I hope you're seriously having a very wonderful day today. I hope you're having a great Saturday or Sunday or any day that you're watching this. But thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this house. Let me know down in the comment section below. And also don't forget to hit that like button down below as well. But I will catch you in the next one. I hope you all have a very beautiful, wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.